Good afternoon. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries, and this is my weekly Shabbat Shalom Sabbath podcast. This is episode 30, Prophecy Embedded in Isaiah chapter 56. So if you can turn in your Bibles to Isaiah chapter 56, there's a very interesting prophecy that I want to talk about, and it all has to do with the Sabbath. As you know, or as you should know, the seventh-day Sabbath occurs from Friday at sundown to Saturday at sundown. It is the Shabbat Shalom, the seventh day of the week that Yahweh commands all of his people, Jew and Gentile, to rest, not to do any work, and to spend the day with him. So let's read, starting in verse 1 in Isaiah chapter 56, verse 1. Thus says Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is that man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it, that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it, and keeps his hand from doing any evil. So at the very outset of Isaiah 56, we see that Yahweh is saying, blessed is the man who keeps the Sabbath. So anyone, Christian or otherwise, who tries to tell you that it is not important to keep the seventh-day Sabbath, that you can work on Saturdays, that it's okay if the Sabbath was changed to a Sunday, they're lying to you, because that would make this verse a lie. Verse 3, neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to Yahweh speak, saying, Yahweh hath utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. For thus saith Yahweh unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant, even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name and that shall not be cut off. And the sons of the stranger that join themselves to Yahweh to serve him and to love the name of Yahweh and to be his servants, everyone that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it and takes hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar, for mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. So here we see that the stranger, the eunuch, the outcast, the Gentile is what these verses are describing. The Gentiles, those who want to join themselves to Yahweh, they will be blessed exceedingly if they hold to the Sabbath, so they keep the Sabbath and they don't pollute the Sabbath day. And in fact, Yahweh says that I will give them names better than the names of being a son and daughter. So they're going to be elevated into a special place. So again, not only is this chapter talking about how wonderful and glorious and blessing, what a blessing it is to keep the Sabbath day, but now it's saying that this Sabbath day is not just for the Hebrews, but for the stranger, which is a word that means Gentile, okay, for the non-Jew, for the non-Hebrew. The Sabbath is important, and for those non-Hebrews who wish to join themselves to Yahweh, and if they take and keep the Sabbath from polluting it and take hold of the covenant, they're going to get a name better than sons and daughters. They're going to be brought to his holy mountain. They're going to be made joyful in his house of prayer. Their sacrifices and offerings will be accepted upon his altar, and they will be gathered unto him. So this Sabbath day, the seventh day Shabbat Shalom, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, is not just for the Jew, just for the Hebrew, but for all humanity, according to Isaiah 56. Verse 8, Adonai Yahweh, which gathers the outcasts of Israel, says, yet will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him. Okay, so this is a prophecy about how Yahweh is going to reach out to the Gentile nations and bring them unto him, just as he did Israel. And of course, this is what has happened over the past 2,000 years since Yahshua rose again. Verse 9, all ye beasts of the field come to devour, yea, all ye beasts in the forest. Now pay attention to these next few verses, because this is the prophecy that I believe is so amazingly embedded in Isaiah 56. His watchmen are blind. Okay, so we're talking now about those who are supposed to have the role of being watchmen, those who are called to be servants of Yahweh. It says they are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter. Okay, so we are talking about supposed believers, those who are supposed to be believers, supposed to be watchmen. They're supposed to be shepherds, and yet they're dumb. They're sleeping. They're slumbering. They're not living the way they should live. So we're talking about hypocrites. And then look at verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. Now look what it says. It says, and tomorrow shall be as this day. Well, what day have we been talking about through the entire chapter? We've been talking about the Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. We've been talking about Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, and they say tomorrow shall be as this day. Well, what happened 800 years after this was written? There was a religion formed called Christianity, and what happened at the Council of Nicaea? The Sabbath day, Saturday, was changed to Sunday, to tomorrow. And so then people started saying, tomorrow, Sunday, the day after Saturday, tomorrow shall be as this day, shall be as the Sabbath. We will make Sunday as the Sabbath, and much more abundant. So this is a prophecy right here in Isaiah 56, verse 12, that prophesies apostasy within Christianity that transfers the Sabbath day from Saturday to the tomorrow, to the next day, to Sunday. And they say, we will say that this tomorrow, Sunday, shall be as this day, shall be as the Sabbath, and much more abundant. And now, of course, many Christians believe that Sunday, the first day of the week, which is a work day, is the Sabbath day because it was changed. Why was it changed? Well, there's a lot of reasons it was changed. One of them is because Constantine was trying to appeal to the pagan sun god worshippers, and Sunday was the day that the sun god was venerated. So he stamped Sunday as being the Christian Sabbath to attract the pagan sun god worshippers. But we never water down the truth in order to attract the wicked. That's not how it works. We herald the truth. We stand for the truth, the pure truth, and pray that the pagans and the wicked will turn away from their lies and cleave unto the covenant. And of course, that's what this whole chapter is about. It's about the Gentiles, the strangers, the eunuchs, cleaving unto Yahweh, taking hold of the Sabbath and not polluting it. But what is the ultimate way of polluting the Sabbath? It's changing it, changing the day. Now, you may have heard your Christian friends and others saying, well, it doesn't really matter. As long as we keep the Sabbath, it doesn't really matter which day we keep it on. But that is not true. Why would Yahweh specify a specific day to keep the Sabbath if it doesn't matter? And furthermore, why would there be this prophecy where it says that these dumb dogs who are greedy and are blind and are sleeping, that they say, after filling themselves with strong drink, that tomorrow shall be as this day and much more abundant? This is a prophecy of moving the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday, to the tomorrow, the day after the Sabbath, and saying it will be as the Sabbath. It will be as what Saturday was. So don't let anyone deceive you or lie to you. The Sabbath day from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is very important. We as believers should keep it and honor it and obey it and do the best we can not to work or buy or sell, but to rest, to relax, to spend time with our friends and family, with Yahweh, of course, to feast. This is a day that is supposed to be a blessing. And it is a blessing if you keep it. But we're not to pollute it. We're not to disregard it. We're certainly not to change it to the next day. And we see right here, 800 years before Christianity even existed, Isaiah prophesied that this very thing would happen. So again, another proof that the Sabbath day is the day that is very important that we should be honoring and keeping. Another proof that the scriptures are true, as they prophesy things that there's no way anyone would know. No one knew back in Isaiah's day that people would start keeping the Sabbath day on Sunday, the day after Saturday. No one knew that. And yet here it is, clearly prophesied. All right, I hope this opened your eyes, and I hope this encourages you, if you're not, to keep the Sabbath day holy. Shabbat shalom. Yah bless. Have a great Sabbath. See you next week.